Hey, and welcome back. In this video, I wanted to just talk about those three things we left off on, is why we're choosing WordPress in the first place. Blogging versus content marketing, and the mindset that you have to have if you want to make your website a success. So this really is the foundation, and understanding this and really keeping it at the forefront of your mind each and every time you sit down to create content is only going to help you strengthen that foundation so that you don't deviate from creating that content, driving value for your customers, for your audience, and to really build your brand and your authority over time. Okay, so the first thing, why WordPress? Okay, we want to talk about that. So WordPress powers over 27% of the internet, which is amazing because there's so many different content management platforms and systems out there that 27% of the internet is actually a really big number. It's the lion's share of the market share of all of the content management systems out there. Now, what's the other benefit? So we know that there's a lot of websites out there that are using it. It's also open source. And what does that mean for you? Well, it means that if you're using a wordpress.org website, which is self-hosted, you have access to the code. You have access to be able to develop new functionality and add new plugins. Maybe you're developing some plugins, or you have the ability to hack your website, build it, design it, and make it into even a full scale application if you decide to maybe create software as a service or something like that. So there's a lot of different things you can do with it. Again, massive plugins available and support community online that you can't shake a stick at, because support is such a big deal, especially if you're DIYing it and you're doing it yourself. You want to make sure that you have the biggest amount of support that's out there. There are Facebook groups, there are forums on wordpress.org. You can find the support that's needed. Okay. Now, the distinction between .com and .org. This is a big thing because .org and .com are two different things. .org is a self-hosted and scalable, developer-friendly one, which we just touched on, and .com is more of a software as a service. So WordPress actually offers a .com, WordPress.com solution and packages for you to pay on an recurring basis, similar to other sites like Squarespace and Wix and Weebly and those types of websites, but it doesn't give you as much control, and there's just a lot less that you can do when it comes to building a site on WordPress.com. Again, I don't think it's a bad deal if you want to go that way, but I'm trying to tell you what to do to set the foundation and choose something that's going to be scalable, and you don't have to worry about the headache of migrating your site from one thing to another later on when you decide to do that. So choose the .org from the beginning, and you'll thank yourself in the long run. Okay, blogging versus content marketing. Okay, so this is another concept that you have to understand. Blogs alone are not businesses. If you're writing content and you're sharing what you ate today, or what you did with your friend's house, or whatever it is, like that's sharing content, and you can blog and write posts, but that's not a business, right? And so what do you want to do? What kind of value you're going to bring to the table when you write a post? You want to be able to position the content so that you're offering some sort of value to your audience. And you can do that through content marketing strategies. Now, content marketing strategies would be I'm offering you a tutorial on something. And so maybe I offer you maybe a content upgrade, and I can put in, an email form so that you can sign up to get that free checklist or guide, right? Now we've taken the blog and turned it into more of a content marketing, engine. And so we want to be able to do that for your content. Okay. And really mindset. I really want to take a minute here to focus on this, because mindset is everything. If you don't have this, then you might as well stop watching the video and then forget about creating your website. I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to be able to get your website up and running, and then send me an email or message me on social media, wherever, and show me the link. Send me the link to your website. I'd be happy to look at it and critique it. But it's very important to have the mindset. Content marketing is a long-term game. And, but if you choose to do this, I can tell you, I'm a testimony that you'll reap huge benefits if you do it correctly. And if you stick with it in the long term, okay, be patient with yourself, and always keep learning and implementing, right? So focus on continued education and apply what you learn quickly. That's the only way that you can get feedback from your audience members, but also from within, from yourself, to be able to say, okay, well, what did I do wrong? How can I improve this? How can I make this, less time consuming or, more enjoyable, because you want to enjoy the process, right? So mindset's huge. And in the next video, we're going to cover module 1, which is all about planning. See you in the next video.